Hello home stylers, welcome back to Satoya's Home and Lifestyle. Thank y'all so much for clicking on today's video. As you guys can see, I'm coming back at you from my kitchen because I want to share with you another delicious recipe, you guys. Most of you liked the last dessert that I posted, so I thought since I'm finished decorating for the holidays, why not share a little bit more of how I celebrate the Christmas season. Now this cake goes by a few names: black cake, rum cake, Christmas cake, fruit cake. However you say it, it's the same cake. And in the Caribbean, or like I said, Jamaica, where I'm from, this is definitely a staple around the holiday season. So I'm gonna share with you guys how I make my version. Now, if you enjoyed today's video, please give it a big thumbs up. And if you like all things home decor and a little bit of lifestyle, consider subscribing to the channel. But without further ado, I'm gonna jump right in and show you how I make this decadent Christmas cake, okay? Let's go. So home stylers, a huge tip that I will tell you if you're gonna attempt to bake this cake is to have all your ingredients ready and prepared, because this does take a little bit of time. It's not a hard cake once you get the hang of it, but preparation is vital. Okay, so I have all my ingredients here, which I will explain what these are in a second. So let's get into this Christmas fruit rum black cake. Okay, let's get started, home stylers. So home stylers, I'm gonna be making a 1 pound cake mixture. So the first thing I'm gonna be doing is to combine 1 pound of butter, which is 4 sticks or 16 ounces, to my bowl here. And then I'm gonna add 1 pound of dark brown sugar. And then I'm gonna cream this together, okay? Okay, home stylers, I think this is a good stopping point. Notice how everything is evenly creamed together. I've scraped down the edges just to incorporate everything while it was mixing. So now I'm gonna set this aside and move on to my eggs. Sorry I didn't get to catch this from the beginning, home stylers. I got into a groove, but I've started whisking 10 eggs together, so I'm gonna continue this until it's light and fluffy, okay? Okay, home stylers, so now I'm going to slowly add my eggs to my butter and sugar mixture. So now that I have my sugar and butter combination mixed in with my eggs, I am going to now combine my flour, but I'm gonna fold this in. I'm not gonna use the mixer because I do not want to overmix this process. So a little at a time. You can do a third at a time or a quarter at a time, however much you feel comfortable doing. I'm just gonna take 1 cup, add it like that, and then go ahead and fold it in. Downtown, window shopping, Okay, so now that we have this mixture combined, I'm gonna set that aside, home stylers, and I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna combine all my wet ingredients. Now this is the star of the show. This is what's gonna make the cake dense and decadent and rich with that rum. This is some blended fruits. I have in here golden raisins, dark raisins, prunes, cherries, with some red label wine blended. You can also use some currant in here. I don't really like currant, so I didn't use that. But you can definitely go ahead if that's something that you want to incorporate in this mixture. And to that, I'm gonna add all the wet ingredients. Start off with some browning. Some almond essence. Some lime juice. And some vanilla. Then we're gonna combine. Now this dark, rich fruit color with the wine and that browning is what's gonna give the fruit cake that dark color. So with the browning, you guys can add a little bit more if you like a really dark, rich cake, or you can go a little bit less if you don't like your cake to be super dark. And this is the consistency of my fruit mix. So home stylers, I've combined everything and it's been sitting for about 2 hours. At this time, your oven should already be preheated at 350 degrees. So now I'm gonna go ahead and take my covering off of here and add it to my baking pans. Now I have a 10-inch baking pan as well as an 8-inch baking pan. So now we're gonna add the cake mixture to these. Now I forgot to mention that these pans were greased, lined, and floured on the sides, okay? Just to make it easier once they're all finished baking to get them out of the baking pan. Okay, home stylers, it's time to get these cakes inside of the oven. But before I do that, I got a tip from a little birdie, and by birdie I mean Charlene from the Decor and Lifestyle Center. She told me that it's a good idea to add foil paper to my cake to give it more of a steam effect than an actual bake effect. And that's gonna add to the moisture of the cake. So I'm going to try that with my cakes, okay? So I have a piece of foil paper right here. And I'm gonna take it and cover my cake like so. Just like that. Another tip that I can tell you that I've used for years now is to add a water bath to your oven. Okay, just like this right here. This container of water is going to ensure the consistency of the heat throughout the oven, okay? So now I'm just going to add my cake on my middle rack. Now don't do like me. Home stylers, get your gloves on. I've been doing this for years, so I trust myself, but I just want to warn you, get your gloves when you're handling a hot, in my case, 350-degree oven. Make sure you're wearing your gloves. Okay, so now I'm gonna leave that for about an hour and a half. I'm gonna keep an eye on it to see if I need to adjust the heat. probably about halfway through, I will reduce my heat to 300 because I do not want the edges to get burnt. So we're gonna leave that in the oven to bake, and then I'll show you the results once it's all done. So my cakes are finished baking, and as you may be able to tell based on my outfit, it's a new day, but it took about 2 hours to bake them last night, and of course I kept an eye on them. But what I've done is to let them sit and cool, and then base it with my Ray and Nephew Jamaican rum. These are Jamaican products. I also add to that some overproof Jamaican white rum. If you know, you know, okay? So I mix those together. You can go 50-50 in those, or you can use a little bit more of the red label wine and a little less of the rum. Just really depends on your preference. Then I wrapped it with some saran wrap like you see here, and it's been soaking overnight. Just like that, home stylers, and there you have it.
Great.
You're not taking a picture. Stop.
No.
Okay, home stylers. Okay, home stylers. So now it's time for all of us to taste the cake. Fingers crossed. But as usual, if you like this video, give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe if this is your first time here, or if you're not already subscribed, so that more people can discover Satoya's home and lifestyle. And let me know in the comment section how you thought this cake turned out, okay? Now my girls are gonna let you guys know, as well as let me know how this cake tastes, okay? So let's do it. All right, let me go over here. So, all right, go ahead. Okay, I have one dancing right here, so I'm guessing.
Very sweet and nice.
Okay, I get sweet and nice.
Tastes very good.
She's still dancing, okay. Larissa, what did you say?
I like the texture, it tastes very good.
Very moist.
All right, I see a lot of bites. I see more bites. They're going for seconds and thirds, so I'm guessing it's good. I'm gonna taste this and let you know, home stylers. I won't lie to you, okay?
Rich wine and rum flavors. I'm of age,
Yeah.
by the way, home stylers.
Yeah, they're good.
So I get to say that.
Oh my gosh, it's better than I thought. Don't mind us. We're just gonna be here eating and tasting away. Okay, so I have people stealing cakes. So you already know this was a successful, so you already know that this was a success, okay? These two are fighting, the middle and the smallest one, as usual. So there you have it, home stylers. They're all eating. I think Ashley's already done and fighting Larissa for hers. But I have more, so they don't really have to fight. But thank you guys all for watching. Have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year when it comes. Stay blessed, home stylers. And until next time, everybody say later. One more time.
That wasn't cohesive.
Ready? So stay blessed, home stylers, and until next time, later.